Am I the astronaut for making my roommate a special cake without warning her? I, 24 female, recently met my now ex-boyfriend, 23 male, let's call him Dante, a few months ago. It was nothing serious, but I did like him a lot and was hoping it would become something more serious. Well, that's derailed now. A couple of weeks ago, my roommate, 23 female, let's call her Tay, decided she liked my boyfriend. Tay is usually pretty nice, but she's one of these people who usually gets what they want. We met during college and decided to get an apartment together. I'm now graduated, she's a senior. I had decided to have a get-together with some friends and Dante. Tay drank a little too much that night and kept flirting with Dante. Should have done this a second ago, we'll do it now. I grew increasingly annoyed throughout the night, asking her to stop multiple times until I caught them kissing in the bathroom. I was so mad I saw red. I asked Dante to leave in a much less nice way and refused to speak to Tay for a few days. This past week, we began talking more, and she's convinced it's water under the bridge. She holds no accountability whatsoever. She said she was just drunk and whatever things she does are not her fault. So I thought of a little something to get back at her. Her birthday was coming, and I decided to bake her a cake. For some context, Tay and I both like to take edibles to relax, and we're no stranger to them, especially when we were both at university. But we haven't taken as much in the past few months. So I Googled a recipe and found something called a space cake. Basically, I wanted to make Tay a giant edible. Nice present, yes, but I was going to get back at her by giving her a slice without warning her. According to a lot of the comments I saw in these recipes, the cakes are usually pretty strong. So I spent the day whipping up the cake to the best of my ability and then put it in the fridge when I was done. It definitely wasn't the prettiest cake, just a brown rectangle in a pan. It's not like it needed to be pretty. I'll start dragging on and get to the part where I may have messed up. When Tay got home that night, she said she'd had a super long day and wasn't feeling very well. I offered her some of the cake that I had made for her, and she said it was super sweet and thought maybe she'd have some the next day. Oh well, I thought, I'd get her tomorrow night then. Wrong. I began to get a string of texts from Tay the next day while I was at work and she was at school. At first, I got a long text apologizing for her kissing Dante. She said that she had really liked him, but it was an awful thing to do and she couldn't thank me enough for forgiving her and making her the cake. Uh-oh. Then I started to get things like, what did you do? And basically, she ate a piece of the cake for breakfast. I had somehow not considered the fact that she could eat cake for breakfast. I took a half a day at work and drove to pick her up. She was throwing up and couldn't really drive. Turns out she ate a pretty big piece of that cake. She was upset and asked why I didn't tell her, and I told her I was going to give it to her as revenge for making out with Dante. She said I was insane and is now looking to move out. I know I probably should have thought it through more, but I didn't expect her to eat a slice before going to school. And on the off chance that she did, I didn't expect it to be so strong. Am I the astronaut for making my roommate a special cake without warning her? Okay, so we've covered some stuff like this before, and I think I know where chat's sentiment lie, but I want to get Caden Thunder up here to give some insight, or not insight, like you have experience with special cakes or anything, but based off of the podcast, some people did ask if you were high during the podcast. No, that's just the way he is. But we'll see what you think here. Ladies and gentlemen, Caden Thunder.
Yeah. So I think that while it was pretty funny, it was also what OP did was kind of stupid and dangerous. And if she had tried driving or something, or like maybe she, she wasn't having a good time. She like started freaking out in class or something. It could have messed up a lot of things. So yeah, pretty sure that could be a felony. Yeah, I think drugging someone probably wasn't the best revenge for her kissing out with or making out with your boyfriend, not kissing out with your boyfriend. Yeah. I think it's an ASCON 1. I'm doing ASCON 1.
Going for it, huh?
I'm going for it because
he's going for it.
I think the drugging someone kind of takes the cake here.
Yeah, I would agree here too. And if you had somebody, you can't do this without someone's consent. There's too much risk involved. There was another one that was like an X-Lax cake, and it's the same kind of thing. If somebody, you don't know if somebody's going to have a medical reaction to this. You don't know if they're going to go try to operate a vehicle or machinery. And I mean, hell, what if they were supposed to babysit or something that day? There are too many risks involved. There are too many unknowns, and you put yourself in a liable seat whenever you do that to someone else. Like this could have been really, really bad. And also, looking at the scales of justice here, someone kissing your boyfriend and potentially ending their life are not equal. Right.
Yeah.
It's not, that was not an applicable response. It was not to like up and equal to kind of thing. It's, yes, she's a shitty roommate and she's entitled and she gets whatever she wants and she's going to act like that forever, but it's not worth risking all of the calamity that could ensue from drugging her. And it doesn't matter what you drugged her with, you drugged her. And apparently she had enough to get vomiting violently ill. So you were walking the line there. It could have been really, really bad. Revenge is one thing, but my gosh.
A1, son.
A1. A1, yeah, she got the A1 sauce there.